founder, CEO, and experience design director of Hello xLab KK. We're an experience design and digital product development company based here in Osaka, Japan. Currently, we're working on a business matchmaking platform called Ono. It uses machine learning to instantly and accurately match needs with capabilities and resources worldwide. So let's start with Japan first. Japan was always an interest of mine in my early days as a designer. I've been coming to Japan frequently for almost 20 years, and I always fell in love with every time I came here. Design, architecture, philosophy, everything influenced the kind of work that I do. During the beginning of the COVID, I was living in the US. My wife, who's Japanese, and we decided that to relocate. And instead of going back to Canada, we decided, let's try Japan. I was already 15 years in my career, and I felt very confident. I thought this could be a great opportunity to start a new project, take a little bit of a risk, and at least enjoy the process. We thought Japan would be a really great and safe environment to go and relocate, raise our family, and even start a business. So Osaka was kind of by accident. My wife is from Nara region, so moving to Japan, we came out to Kansai for quarantine. We stayed with our in-laws up in Nara. While we were there, the COVID situation was getting a little difficult to travel to Tokyo, to have businesses, meet with potential partners, and slowly establish my business there. So I was kind of stuck to go and explore Osaka, knowing very little about it. Upon really spending some time to get to know the different businesses and organizations here in Osaka, I found a thriving startup community which had an attitude and a philosophy that really connected with me well. Speaking with a number of local and international representatives, I knew that I think Osaka was going to be a great place to call home. Yeah, COVID in general has made coming to Japan, either for business or pleasure, very, very difficult. The locked borders are keeping out students, they're keeping out small businesses to expand here. So, unlike myself, who has a spouse visa, I got lucky to come in to the border that way. The traditional business management visa kind of keeps a lot of opportunities out, and that is unfortunate. However, once you're here, local government office in Osaka, Osaka Chamber of Commerce, or even just Osaka City Office, have a number of resources that help businesses kind of set up, understand the local market here, and connect with partners and resources to grow. The great thing about Osaka particularly has a history of innovation, technology, and development. And so already it's kind of embracing that and kind of growing upon that. It's been living in Tokyo's shadow for such a long time, both economically, politically, and even tourism, that it's been able to sort of do things its own. And because of its beautifully positioned within the central of Japan to access the rest of Japan domestically, it also has a number of airports to connect with the rest of the world. Osaka is a great place to set up shop, to be kind of in the middle of the action. And having sort of a new and fresh way of doing business, almost startup first, they're able to kind of do things or move at the pace of their own drumbeats compared to Tokyo, who already has sort of an established tradition of doing business here. So it's really Osaka's time to basically embrace a new idea, a diverse idea, and grow and be successful from there. Yeah, definitely language barrier in Japan is particularly an issue. Less so in Tokyo, but because I guess there's less business emphasis here in Osaka, English is less used, in day to day. So for me, my Japanese isn't great. It's certainly not at the level for doing business. And as the CEO of a company, I'm a little embarrassed not having business level Japanese. It hasn't deterred me. I've been able to engage with people who are bilingual. I was able to hire translators when I need. And I even have access to software and translation applications to kind of make the job a lot easier. Certainly now, it's a lot easier to do business in Japan without that level of Japanese compared to maybe 5 or 10 years ago. But I understand that I have shut myself away from a number of opportunities because I don't have business level Japanese. I don't know if that's specifically here in Kansai or just in Japan in general. This is something that a lot of foreign businesses have to consider. It's either spending the time, if they have, to learn the language, or finding Japanese partners to be sort of that middle ground. I find it a little counter-efficient to come to Japan and then learn Japanese to be business level. The pace that a startup needs to move and grow doesn't match up with the time you have to invest to learn Japanese because it's such a complicated and large language. So having access to tools and people that can help you along the way is actually really important to being successful. Yeah, I mean, we're sitting here at the Knowledge Salon, which is run by Knowledge Capital, and they're one of many organizations here in Osaka that are putting investments into the future development of the city itself. Umekita next to us here is a great example of investing to the future by exploring how people connect with nature, objects, and with each other, with technology and with environmental design. And so as Osaka grows in its populace and its diversity, it's bringing a lot of different ideas and conversations. The World Expo is a great example of showing that there is a unique emphasis on growth and innovation here in Osaka. And it's a great invitation to the world to see what Osaka is doing, but it's also a great motivator for Osaka to continue growing and continue evolving, working with both the governments like the city of Osaka and organizations like Capital to basically see what that future evolves into. And then also bringing in diverse startups into that conversation, you have this flexibility that future-proofs any sort of future economic problems by creating all sorts of different backup plans and opportunities to continue growth. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I started doing my research in Osaka, approaching the city of Osaka offices, they have many departments that specialize in different ways of helping startups, either that are local or international. And they provided so much research and introductions to people and possibilities. I found potential partners. I was able to set up office space, meet with lawyers, accountants, and really sort of get my business started. I think if I came and tried to do that by myself, I don't think I would still have a company at this point. I think I would still be trying to figure out how to even just do the simple paperwork. Partnering up with the city of Osaka has been absolutely essential to the success of my business right now. Osaka is open for business, and they're looking for a young, diverse community to grow it to the next generation. Osaka has a rich history of design and technology, and they're looking to the future emerging markets to make it the next international hub for technology and business. Osaka is affordable, it's safe, it's centrally located within the country and within Asia. I couldn't find a better place than Osaka to call home for my personal life and for business.